Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go! Reset! 19! 59. I'm coming! 24 is down, he's coming! I'm coming! Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up!
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
You better be afraid of me! Check 99! Check 99! Let's go!
Watson going to give this one to Miller. Quick move by Miller. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you, 9. Check 37. Check 37.
Here's Watson. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
So that'll back them up 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Mike 56, Mike 56. I got one. 56, Mike 56, right there, right there.
From the gun, here's Watson.
Let's see what you got.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo. 55. Not today, you are. Not today. Shift. 44, Mike, 44. I'm trying to collect. 44 is the mic. 49.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Watson with a give to Miller. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on.
Third and long. It's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Hill on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Watch the twist. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Hey, 57 color. Let's calm the crowd.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball.
Mahomes now to throw. Oh, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Yellow.
Back.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Attack. Yellow.
Lucky.
22 jet bomber.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Check. Rush in.
Hey, 43, 15. Hey, Sunday. Hey, 43.
Check 3. Motion.
Working from the gun, Mahomes escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. William Hayes in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. On the return is Peterson. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side here with Miller. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And his throw is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again is Watson. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. He's letting this one go for Fuller, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 51 to Mike.
Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 77 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. Throwing again. Watson. It's complete. Stills. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And an alley to run. Lamar Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved.
We got this.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
Right here.
Check 3. 51's Mike.
Yellow.
Mike 51. Bravo.
Right side.
Mike, boy, 51. Stay with you, man.
15.
Yeah, quick to edge. Come.
Right side.
After the penalty, it's McCoy. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Right there.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
No, he ain't got it. Kill.
15.
Go.
Now on 2nd and 16, Mahomes going deep for Hill. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Alpha. Mike 55. Here we go. Watch twist. Watch that.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the curl. You go tight.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, watch the ball. 49. 49's the Mike. Here we go. 49's the Mike. Watch 49. No chance. Mike's 49.
On 2nd and 9, Watson.
Let's put that team on the front.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, They'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead going to an opposite color jersey.
On second down, here's Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Reset. 3T. 55.
It's our field. Hey, it's our field. Let's go.
Lamar Miller.
Crunch.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run. It's Miller. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's coming. We got double up.
Kill.
15.
Turn up. Kill.
This is McCoy, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
55's mine, guys. 55. Right it.
Check yellow.
Check 3.
Yellow.
Switch.
Yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way down. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Yellow. I go Willie. 43.
51's the mic. Cut. Alert flare.
Hero 15.
From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Yeah, baby.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
51. Hey.
Hey, 57.
Check.
Hey, yellow, hey, go going.
Why? Get wide.
49, check
57. Let's go. Joker.
Hero 15.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes flushed out right, and that's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end pass rush. They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Mike 55. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
15.
He's checking. Echo. Crash. Check your hot read.
Hey, attack.
Watch 24.
Watch right.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And going deep for him. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First down, Houston.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Crunch time, defense.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Yes, sir. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
On first and 10, Watson. His throw incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. A good pickup. They get 8, but it's third down now.
Get him, boys. Get him, boys.
Just short of midfield.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Back to throw, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
On second down, it's Miller. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw is Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, you were backed up into a second and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. You.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack, here's second and 11. Mahomes going to throw. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, as the first half is winding down, and the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. It's a very short kick taken by an up man.
Let's go. At their own 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A final shot before the break. Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken very short.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Reed. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 21. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Watch QB drop.
51's Mike. Mike's 51.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Miller. Miller with a first down and more. He's at the 30, 20. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
55, Mike. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch.
Slam, slam. Hatchet, hatchet. Out, out.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
49, guys. Mike.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 10. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Check 26. Check 26. Check nickel. Check.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Get in the weight room. 50. Easy. Danny. Peek edge.
6 guy. Check 6 guy.
SOS.
Attack.
SOS.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd and Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Mike 5'5", Mike 55, Mike 5'5".
Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll go again to McCoy. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Let's go.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10.
Motion.
10th carry now for McCoy. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. We're back now in KC. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
Check 55, Mike. I'm coming. Mike 55.
All day, baby.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Interception, baby. Let's go.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8.
Ringo. Attack. Check 43.
Yellow.
Ringo. Mike 55. Man, I got.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check 50.
Smoke.
Fight on these two.
Mike 55. Hey, eat.
He runs. Check 55 to Mike.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Watson throwing quickly to Hopkins. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
59.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make
On 1st down, Watson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now Watson going to throw again. And an alley to run. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike.
Mahomes now on first down. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Back to you. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Yellow.
You can't block me. Who?
Block me. Hey, 15.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And Matthews makes a grab. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Slam. Recon, 132 fighting. Hey, 57 color.
Mike,
zoom, fellas, let's go.
55.
Hey, we got to get this stop here.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. He was looking for Matthews that time. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot,
yeah, that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Hey, dribble it.
He wants the mic. All day.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch out.
59. Alert.
Here's Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd down, Miller. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Set. 19.
44's the mic. Pick it up.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Set. 19.
Mike Fofo.
Check pass.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range.
36.
On 2nd down, Johnson. He's got the 1st down inside the 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
He wasn't ready.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
It's been a long day for you.
Go.
Check 59. Mike.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set. 19.
Mike 59. Come off the ball hard. Check 4. Motion.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's got room. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And they'll give Miller another crack. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. They'll run it with Johnson, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Texans 27, Chiefs 20.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Yellow. Let's go on, 80. Hey, 15. Yellow.
No. Off.
Motion. Mike 55. Eat.
He can't hang.
He's back to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Charlie. Mike, 55.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his first touchdown on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2nd and 5 now. Watson. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Check out route.
They'll run on 1st down. It's McCoy. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Watch twist.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. And his kick is good. And they have regained the lead. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Kansas City, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm